Hi all, it's Jackie. Welcome to Life in Motion Gym. We're going to run through a short little yoga sequence today. We're going to be on the floor, on our hands and knees, on our mats, on our backs. You can have your blanket nearby if you need a little extra cushion or blocks as well to help kind of lift you up out of the pose as needed and support you a little bit more. I have my yoga partner Luna today, so we'll see how she wants to help us out as we go along. But we're going to start right off, just taking a couple breaths, getting grounded, and then we're going to get right into it, okay? So go ahead and get yourself set up. I'm in Thunderbolt today, which is just me on my knees, but you can be sitting cross-legged as well. So go ahead and just take a moment to kind of ground yourself into the room around you. You can let your eyes close or your gaze soften. Just take a moment to notice the sounds around. Noticing the ground underneath you. Any touch points, trying to feel the weight of the body. Trying to release with each exhale any thoughts, worries, stresses for the next few moments here. Let's take 3 slowly deeper breaths together, trying to expand through the belly, the ribs, the heart. So let's all exhale. Inhale. Let it out. Inhale. One more. Let that jaw relax open. Fingers start to flex and extend, making small fists, warming up the hands and the wrists. Let's go ahead and do a couple wrist stretches before we get onto our hands and knees. So go ahead and have your palms facing me, and then point the fingers down and then up, down, up, down, up. 2 more. And then go ahead and give me some wrist circles, noticing any lovely noises that may come along with that. And then go ahead and reverse. And then full fist finger flicks. Out, together, together, out. Big flick. Opening up those little muscles and the joints in the fingers. And then go ahead and drop your arms, big reach up. Inhale, palms together, bring it down in front of the heart. Keep the elbows lifted. Try to keep the palms pressing together. Don't let them splay out. A little bit more of a rich wrist stretch as you slide the thumbs down through the chest. Again, shoulders down and back. Gently pressing into the hands, stretching through the forearm. And then slowly release. Shake it out a little bit. Again, if you like your blanket, you can place it under your knees. We're going to head towards cat-cow. So come on over into your tabletop position. Try to line up the best you can, knees under the hips. Your wrists don't have to be directly under the shoulders. If it's a little uncomfortable, they can be slightly ahead, and turn the fingers slightly out as well if that's a little more comfortable for you. Or you can also have the blocks here as well to help the wrists, the fingers, and to help lift you up, which I'll likely be using them at some point, so get them in front of us here. All right. So we're settling into our tabletop. We're going to drop our belly, lift our chest, breathe in as we look up towards the sky, if that feels okay. And then exhale, round everything out, gently push away from the mat, let the head drop. Inhale, reverse, breathing in, extending through the back, looking up. And exhale, rounding everything out. Try that a few more times. Inhaling. And by all means, please take a different variation if that feels good to you. You can always do kind of a lateral child's pose. Maybe circle your hips if that feels good. We're going to come back through middle, wherever we were at, widening the knees a little bit. I want you to keep your left hand on the mat, maybe more towards the center. Inhale, open up. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly release back down. Inhale, open up, other side. And release down. From here, we're going to take it back into, you have two options when I say either downward dog or child's pose. You can do either one that you need. So you can start off into your downward dog, child's pose here. Knees are wide, let your heart melt between the knees, arms extend. This one, give it a little more purpose. So try to have your fingertips gently digging into the mat, pushing yourself back, away, sinking those hips a little farther down into the heels. Inhale, come up, and let's come into our modified plank. So your knees can be down, or you can tuck your toes and bring your knees off the table, off the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Knees come down, tabletop. We're going to inhale, cat-cow. Exhale, round it out. One more time. Inhale. So this is going to be our variation of our atypical chaturanga. So we're going to come back into your child's pose or downward dog. If you are taking the downward dog, make sure your knees are bent at first and maybe pedal your feet out just so you can start to gently warm up the back of the legs, shoulders away from the ears. Last breath, child's pose or downward dog. And then we're going to come into our modified plank or full plank. One more breath. And then we're into our cat-cow. Two rounds. From here, we're going to take it back into our downward dog or child's pose. Last one for this round. Again, pedal the feet if you need to. Move your hips a little side to side. We're pushing away from the floor, whichever version you're at. From here, you're going to come into your plank. So full plank or knees down. And you have the option straight from here if you want to come and bring your foot right up through the feet. Or you can come down into your tabletop and then bring your right foot up. Whichever way you want to get there, right foot up. Again, try to have the right knee and the right ankle kind of in alignment. And then pull in through the core. Lift all the way up into your low lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out. Finding yourself grounding. Equal weight. We're pushing through the right leg, through the left shin. So we're counterbalancing ourselves. If we need a little more balance, we can move our right foot out towards the edge of the mat. Arms are up. We're going to exhale. Rotate to the left and just try to tap the behind of your left thigh and then inhale back up. Exhale, rotate and reach for behind. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, two more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, hands down to the blocks or the floor. But the blocks help you lift yourself out of the pose a little bit to get a little more movement. I want you to tuck your toes, extend your left leg, and just feel that stretch opening through that left hip. Gaze is down at the floor. And from here, we're just going to flow a little bit. I want you to step that left foot in and extend the right knee as best you can, and then come back down. You can always drop the knee here if you need to. So extend right knee, head can drop towards the right knee, and then release. Lift up, extend, fold forward, and back down. 2 more, extend. Again, we're just opening up the back of that right knee. And back down. From here, right knee comes back. We're taking it into our child pose or downward dog, your choice. Seeing how that felt. Inhale to your plank or modified plank. Hold. Dropping your knees if you need to. Inhale, 2 rounds, cat-cow. And then from here, you can take it back into your downward dog, or you can stay in your tabletop. Depends what version you want to do. We're going to bring that left foot forward into our low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Again, one side might feel a little different than the other, so make those little adjustments as you need to. When you're ready, we're going to try to extend and rotate to the right. Try to tap the back of that right thigh or the calf. Inhale, back up. Exhale, rotate, reach that right hand back and be near the wall if you need it for your balance. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Very nice. Come back through middle. Find your blocks or the floor. We're going to tuck the toes of the right leg, extend the right leg back, pause for a stretch. Thinking about bringing that right heel back to the wall behind you. If you need to, step that right leg in a bit as you extend the left knee as best you can. Fold forward. And then go ahead, come back down. Knee can drop, knee can stay straight. And then exhale, extend, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend, inhale, bend. Let's do 2 more. You can always stay a little longer in the extension if you need to. And go ahead all the way down. And from here, we're going to take a nice big step back with that left foot and come back to child's pose, downward dog. Pause for a few breaths. Come into your plank. Drop the knees if you need to. And 2 rounds of cat-cow. And we're going to come back to neutral, tabletop. This time, tuck your toes, come all the way up to tall kneeling. So both knees are on the floor. Again, add that extra cushion if you need it, okay? We're going to start with the toes tucked, but you can also do this with them untucked. You'll just have more range of motion to go to. So first, we're going to start with just trying to drop the hips back towards the heels, kind of like a chair pose. So we're going to drop down. Arms can come out, and then up. Ready? Down, and squeeze up. Inhale, and then squeeze the hips as you come up. 2 more. Down, Very good. Might have added one extra one there, but come back up to the middle. Our hips are kind of scooped under us, pelvis is scooped under. Inhale, arms up. Same thing like we did in our low lunge. We're going to exhale, try to rotate and tap the heel of that right foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other side. Left hand back to left heel. Inhale. Exhale, tap right. Inhale, middle. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, middle. Breathing in as we go, breathing out as we twist. One more each way. And good job. Come on down. You can even get a nice little stretch here if you just want to take a moment to pause, toes tucked under, but sit back onto your heels. And then just side sit. We're going to come to sitting back onto the mat. So you can swing your legs around and your legs will extend. Well, keep them bent, but they'll be out in front of you. So feet on the floor. We're going to do some boat variations, one of my favorite if you've done some of them with me before. But let's just warm up with our straight, normal type of boat. So feet floor, knees bent. From here, you should start to lean back past those sit bones. Arms will be raised up halfway if that feels okay. If not, your hands will come behind you and you hold here. If not, keeping the chest lifted, you could raise your arms up, shoulders relaxed. Pause here. Keep it here, yogi's choice. Or you can raise up one leg, hold, or raise up both legs. So give me a couple more breaths wherever you're at, trying to keep head, neck, jaw relaxed. And then go ahead and release. Let everything round forward here between the knees. Rock a little side to side. Often, if a pose is too challenging, if you're gripping through the jaw, through the neck, is all tense, that's usually a sign, and you can't breathe your proper breaths, that's usually a sign that it's too much for right now. And just try to take a step back within the pose, okay? So stay right where you were at for the first boat, or we're going to add a little something here. So inhale, find your version. Feet on the floor, you're going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. It's only an invitation. You don't have to accept. Or if you want more of a progression, both feet up and tap. You can even have your hands behind you to help support you. That threw me off. Good. Let's do one or two more. And last one, let your feet come back down, knees apart. Just let your head relax. Rock a little. Last variation. We're going to inhale, exhale back into our boat. Feet can be on the floor, feet can be up. We're going to inhale though, arms up, arms down. Inhale, arms up, and three more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Feet on the floor. Let's go ahead and lay it on down, nice and easy onto our backs. Heels come towards the bum. Hands can be by our hips. Knees are slightly apart. And we're going to inhale, lift the hips up off the floor. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Three more. Inhale. Exhale. Again, trying to keep tension out of the neck, shoulders, jaw. Moving with control. Last one. And slowly lower. So with the knees right where they are, You might want to move your hips off to the right so you have some room for the left knee, for both knees to fall to the left. And this is where you can come out wide like a T with your arms, or your left hand might want to add a little extra stretch to the top of the right leg. Head can be facing towards the sky, or it can rotate the opposite direction to the right. Just breathe here, feeling an opening through the front of the right shoulder and perhaps through the hips and the low back. Trying to use the breath, each exhale, relaxing back more. Inhale, come up through middle and shift the hips off to the left. Drop the knees to the right. Open up through the arms like a T or a goalpost. Give me a round of breaths here. Good. Inhale through middle. You can give yourself a little hug, both knees into chest if you like. Rock a little side to side. Take whatever last little stretch you need. And just go ahead and set yourself up for Shavasana, extending through the legs. The legs can stay bent. Just starting to bring that attention back to the body, back to the breath. Just feeling the weight of the body on the mat, on the floor. Feeling the support it's offering you. Just noticing any shifts or changes throughout the body or the mind after practice today. And maybe take a moment here to whisper a few things that you feel grateful for today. Let them land right around the heart area. If you need to, you can place one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. All year round, but especially around the holidays, it's nice to just be reminded of what we're here for, what we're grateful for, thankful for. So let that smile spread across the lips, across the heart. You're more than welcome to stay here a little bit longer. We'll just end right where we are. If you're joining me, we can bring the palms together, thumbs between the eyes. And thank you guys for showing up. Namaste.